Interesting, the Canadian, Alexis Barrie, training partner of Tyson Fury in Saudi Arabia for a time. 11-0 as a pro. His father is in law enforcement, wanted him to follow him and be a policeman. The word around the family is he polices the ring.
Well, Barrie, as you say, unbeaten in the professional ranks and turned up to December's Canadian Olympic trials after 5 years as a pro, having turned pro and won them. Triumphant return to Olympic-style boxing, and he defeated European Games quarter-finalist David Chaloyan from Armenia on points in his previous bout. Gerlon, Congo, quarter-finalist at the Pan American Games, lost out to Joshua Edwards, the eventual winner from the United States. And Congo has enjoyed wins over Hungary's Istvan Bernat and Daniel Rantanen of Finland so far, both unanimous points decisions. So it's Barrie in the red, the southpaw, against Congo in the blue. KG opening from both men.
First minute, just sizing each other up.
Congo happy to be on the back foot early on. Good right jab from Barrie. Right cross from Congo hits the mark.
Final minute now, not a lot for the judges to look at, so one of them will try to make an impression here, picking up the pace a little bit.
Congo lands the left, then backs away. 30 seconds to go. It's there for either man to take the round. Ten seconds remaining.
Go ahead. You judge that.
Well, I can't. That was so close. Neither man really landing any clean shots. Barrie gets it, 10-9. It was close. He was the one dictating with the jab, and that's probably what has edged it for him.
Thinking the same thing. He was pursuing and at least throwing that jab out there with some success. Like that.
That was Congo's best shot of the round. That was the left before he backed away. But very little in it.
I think his corner might be telling. And they know. And if you've lost the first round like that, you would expect them to tell him. And we expect to see Congo busier.
Well, he needs to win the second.
Yeah. Yes.
So he's going to have to show a bit more. Perhaps leave himself open. See a bit more urgency from Congo. Barrie still happy to go to work with the jab.
Well, the onus is on the Ecuadorian to push the pace a little bit, and I think Barrie's fine where he's sitting, and he'll take it if Congo wants to come in.
Jab gets through once more from Barrie, and that's the difference between these two men at present. Congo just not able to get out of the way of it.
And not really wanting to go ahead and wade in and take some shots to go ahead and score, because really hasn't landed many at all.
Barrie doing most of the scoring. Not a great deal of it, but the Canadian appears to be on top.
Talk a lot about problem solving in the ring in real time, and at this point Congo hasn't been able to figure a way in or change up what he's doing to get there. He's going to have to trade. You would imagine at some point he's just going to have to say, well, I got to go in and I'll take a few, I got to throw a lot.
Just over 20 seconds to go in round two. Barrie still dictating with the jab.
Yeah, that jab has been the punch of choice, and it so far has him comfortably ahead.
Racking up the points. And if you gave Barrie the first round, you've definitely given him the second, in my opinion.
We'll see right now. And you are right, and a
10-8 from the Ukrainian judge. I have to say, I didn't see that.
Well, the word there for the Ecuadorian is it's dire times now. The good news is you haven't been hurt at all. I mean, you should have plenty of energy, and
yeah,
you just have to make a decision to take a few to see if you can land some big ones and maybe find a way to stop the Canadian. And there's no other,
that's what he has to do. Yeah. He knows it. His corner knows it. 2 wins away from the Olympic Games. It's time to put it all on the line. And as you say, if you take a few shots coming in, then so be it.
You'd hate to go out with this kind of an opportunity, without throwing, getting in, sort of throwing caution to the wind and trying to land a haymaker. I mean, working from the outside is not going to, you've seen what happened, 2 rounds worth. Also have to credit Barrie with that stinging right jab to keep Congo at bay, and that the threat of the left, and it's got some movement going on now.
Yeah, bit of fancy footwork. Congo trying to pick his shot. He's got Barrie on the ropes, but it was only briefly. Barrie's out of there in no time. Approaching the midway point of the final round, and Congo really needs to step it up.
This looks a lot like rounds 1 and 2.
He is coming forward a bit more, but Barrie still controlling with the jab. Barrie happy to watch the seconds go by. Just over a minute left, and Congo still hasn't really committed and thrown big punches.
It looks like round 1 when he was still sizing things up and his chance slipping away. It's gone unless he can find some kind of magic in his hands. I think Barrie, we got to credit his defenses as well. He's sticky with the jab and just offensive enough, but just not giving Congo any opportunity. Hasn't made any mistakes, really.
Very sound tactical fight from Barrie. We're coming to the end of it, and Congo still hasn't thrown caution to the wind. Going out with something of a whimper.
I always like to caution when you know we do these and you see an effort like this. We don't know what's going on. We don't know if he's fighting something. Maybe he's sick or something. But and congratulations to the Canadian Barrie, who was workmanlike is a good way to put it. Took care of business without much work, really.
Yeah, I mean, it's always hard to tell. He's from up here.
Right.
We're a long way away, and he's a big man. Those jabs probably carry a bit more power than it appears. But I have to think Congo could have just gone for it a bit more in that bout.
See Congo with the applause, sporting spirit there, and there are many who would say, I'd rather go out and get knocked out and be throwing like a madman than just watch the clock go down. But again, we don't know, and congratulations to Barrie, who's 1 win away, and that will be up against the crafty one, Abadou of France.
Yeah, Barrie from French Canada up against the Frenchman. The place at Paris 2024 up for grabs.
That'll be an interesting tilt, 2 thinking men's heavyweights.
Confirmation of the final scores, and Barrie winning the final round 10-9 as well. Very comprehensive, unanimous points victory for the Canadian. He goes through to the quarterfinals, and as mentioned, he will face France's